Hi, I'm Abby from Abby Ever After, and I thought I would kickstart the year by trying to post a little bit more regularly on my YouTube. And I'm aware I said kickstart and it's now February, but it's fine. We're gonna just glaze over that. So for those of you that are new to my channel, hi, I'm Abby. I love Disney, as you can tell from my cup. I also love musical theatre and books, so that's sort of what this channel is about. I have some upcoming Disney trips this year, so that'll be really exciting, and I did Disney Cruise last year, so you can check that out on my channel. But today, and probably each month of the year, I'm going to do some more bookish videos as well, because I just want to create content that I enjoy and that I'm passionate about, and books, musicals and Disney are those things. So yeah, so today I thought I'd go through the books I read in January and just have a quick little discussion. So grab your iced coffee and sit down for a little cozy book talk. So the first book that I read of the year, I actually really hoped to finish it as my last book of 2024, but that didn't happen, was A Court of Silver Flames, and I don't have it on me anymore. I sold my book series on Vinted because me and my partner have like duplicates of books, and his are currently in storage, but he's got the hardbacks, so I sold my paperbacks. So there's a picture of that here, and that was a 5-star read for me. I loved that. I loved the whole Akata series, but I really liked this book. I felt we had so much character development in it from Nessa, and it was a long one. I like a long book. So yeah, it was just a 5-star read. We had self-worth, romanticy, and I just felt like it was a great like end to the series, but also leaving it open for more. So yeah, that was the first read. I finished that on New Year's Day, I think, because I was about halfway through. So sort of the first read, I'd say it was a half read. The next book I read was The Wizard of Oz, and I have this really beautiful cloth bound version. I completely forgot that I had this. I was genuinely sat looking at my bookcase and was like, I have The Wizard of Oz, and that was it. That was a decision to read it. There was no thought behind it, but with all of the talk of Wicked, which I saw, I want to say back in 2019 at the theatre, I just actually realised I'd never read The Wizard of Oz, so I thought it was quite a timely read. Obviously it is a children's book, but it didn't feel too young, which was nice, and it's a quick read. It's really good if you just wanted a quick read. I think I was back at work the week I started this, so it was nice to have something quick that I felt like I could get through. So I rated this 4 stars, mostly because it is a children's, and it definitely felt rushed in parts. Like, it was slow, and then we were just, wow, we were off doing things for the Oh Wonderful Oz. But I guess that's how children's books are. But just a moment for the cover. It's beautiful. Then next up was The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels by Janice Hallett, and this is sort of true crime-y without being true crime, murder mystery vibes, and I love this. I haven't read any of her other books, and I know she is quite popular, but this was fantastic. And this was a Waterstones exclusive edition, and I believe it was signed there in the first page. So I got this when it came out, and then did what I tend to do and just forget that they exist on the bookcase. We currently have 3 bookcases in a 1-bedroom flat, so as you can imagine, it's a little bit chaotic. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It definitely took me by like surprise at points, and normally with these type of books I am a bit of a detective and can work stuff out, so I liked that this really kept me on my toes, and it was really fun. I would say it was a very different style. I feel like if I just flick through for a good example, if you're not familiar with her writing, it sort of wrote like emails and letters, so it was a different way of reading, which I really enjoyed. I'm also really sad, and I like reading scripts as well. So like back in the day when The Cursed Child came out, I read the script at school, and we did like The Crucible. I really enjoyed that. I enjoy reading different formats than just typical fiction writing. So I thought this was a really, really fun read. I'm just looking at my iPad because I can't remember what I rated all of these books. And yeah, I thought that was true. This was a 5 out of 5, and I genuinely couldn't put it down. If I didn't have to sleep to go to work. And I think at one point I nearly fell asleep mid reading this. I probably wouldn't have fit it down because it was that good and I just wanted to know what was happening next. So I would highly recommend this, and I'm looking forward to reading more of her work. I believe my partner has some, but I'm not sure if they're here or if they're in storage. So at some point when I find them, I'm going to be reading more. And then next up, which, I mean, obviously I love Disney, which to me includes Star Wars. I am a big Star Wars girly. I read A Test of Courage from the High Republic series. I really wanted to get into some more Star Wars fiction. We're going to Disney for May the 4th, so I really just wanted to get a bit more Star Wars into my system, ready for that when we're in Hollywood Studios. And I've seen, I think it's Magic with Meg has been talking loads and loads and loads about the High Republic, and I did read this before she did her book like reading order series, so I'd recommend checking out her video on that. But again, these are my partner's books. He loves Star Wars. He has the first few in storage at his parents currently, so I didn't have them on hand to read, but this is the first of the children's books in the series, so I thought I'd just check it out and make sure I enjoyed it, and this was really, really fun. I'd rate it 4 stars. I mean, again, it is sort of a children's book. It was fun. There is some beautiful artwork in it though. I don't want to break the spine, but look at that. It is stunning. And I think there are more by Justina Ireland across the series. So I'm really looking forward to reading more. And I know that throughout the series we get to see these characters grow. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'd say if you are a Star Wars fan, I would highly recommend getting into these books because they are fantastic, and yeah, it's just like a whole nother Star Wars universe to explore, which is amazing. My next read was very different. It was Van Gogh Sunflowers, and as you can tell, I really like sunflowers. I am wearing my sweatshirt, which I didn't realise when I started filming this video, but we went to the exhibition, is it called exhibition? Art installation? I'm not quite sure, but the National Gallery had a big like art exhibition of loads of Van Gogh's artwork all in one place, which was truly magical. And there was this book which is all about the sunflowers, why Van Gogh created so many of them in such a short period of time, what was going on, what was the story behind it. There's little excerpts from letters that he was sending his friends at the time. So this was really fun. It was a short book, but it was a great souvenir from the exhibition, and if you really like his artwork, I'd actually recommend reading this. I want to have a look if there's more about some of his other paintings, because this was actually quite fun, and I'm not normally a non-fiction girly, so this was great. I rated it a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, I've not got much more to say about it. It was just interesting read. If you don't like books about paintings, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but if you do, I'd highly recommend it. My penultimate read of the month was Feather and Famine, and this was an ARC read, and this was amazing. So this is fantasy, and it's part of, I'm guessing, what will be a series, which is the Withering Saga, and this is by Maria L. Rosewood. I love this. I need the second book now. It was really fantastic. There's multiple POVs, you've got fae, you've got elves. It is just everything that you could want and more. You build up a romance, and then, yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but this comes out on March 25th. Get your hands on it because this is great, and I'm really interested to read more and find out what happens next, because there's this whole magical universe, and what's going to happen with the Withering is what I need to know. So this was definitely a 4.5 out of 5 stars for me. But yeah, it's dual POV, you've got a slow burn. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say about this other than just read it. I can see this being a big book series in the Romantasy universe soon. And my final read of the month was Book of Night by Holly Black, and this is a Illumicrate edition, which is just stunning. I am going to take off the dust jacket just to show you underneath. This isn't mine. I borrowed this off my partner's bookshelf. And I actually read this because of the Goodreads challenge that's going on at the moment, where you get the little bookmarks. And I'm so glad that I did. I didn't think that this would be my type of book. But yeah, just a moment for this. Stunning, beautiful. But I really enjoyed it. It was such a different like fantasy universe. You've got shadow magic. It's just great. It was really, really good. I did find it a bit slow at the start, but also I didn't get to read as much in one go as I was hoping to, so part of that could be the reason why. But definitely a 4 out of 5 stars for this. It was just such a unique way of like a character building in magical fantasy. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. And again, another one that took me by surprise at points, which I love, because sometimes you like predictable and it feels comfortable, but I enjoy being taken by surprise and not knowing what's happening next. So that is all of the books that I finished in January. There was another book that I then did start, which is The Hurricane Wars, and I've got the TikTok shop exclusive edition, but you're gonna have to wait for my February reads to see that. I actually still haven't finished it. It is only the 2nd of Feb, but that is my goal for today, is to finish that. And I picked up some books today as well, so I imagine they're getting read next month. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this sort of little book review, what I read in the month video. And yeah, I'd love to hear if you read any of these, what your thoughts were, or if you want to read any of them from what I've shared. See you soon. Bye.